Hello and welcome. This is Akanksha and you're watching HW News English. Now, did you know a bank can write off a loan amount that is considered completely unrecoverable? Well, this means that they believe there is no chance of getting the money back from the borrower and all the possible recovery efforts have been exhausted. Now, the highest write-off amount by an Indian bank in a single year was rupees 2.4 lakh crore, that is in fiscal year 2019. But surprisingly, rupees 16.6 lakh crore worth of loans have been written off by the Indian banks from March 2014 to September 2024. Now, this humongous number came to light from an RTI report replied by the Reserve Bank of India. The Right to Information report was filed by civil rights activist Praful Sarda. According to this report, only 16% amount have been recovered on the given 16.6 lakh crore rupees. Now, 16% means only rupees 2.69 lakh crore has been recovered by September 30, 2024. This is estimated to be a 1.6% recovery per annum. According to reports, the loan write-offs in 2004 to 2014 during the Congress government accounted from approximately rupees 1,58,994 crore by the private sector banks. During this period, the amount written off by the private bank was rupees 41,391 crore. Meanwhile, for foreign banks, it was rupees 19,945 crore with no write-off by scheduled banks. However, the numbers provided by the reports show a massive increase during the NDA rule, that is between 2015 to 2019. The private sector banks accounted for rupees 6,24,370 crore in loan write-offs. The private banks' write-off was rupees 1,51,989 crore, as well as the foreign banks shared the remaining 17,995 crore rupees. The scheduled banks also wrote off with rupees 1,295 crore. That is the total of a shocking rupees 7,95,649 crore rupees. To understand everything in detail, HW News spoke to Pune-based businessman and RTI activist Praful Sarda. Have a look to what he said.
But the loan write-off amount is huge. So even if we compare with the previous UPA government during the Manmohan Singh regime from 2004 to 2014, they hardly wrote off the loan about 2,30,000 crore. But if we compare with the current India government from 2015 to 2024, they have write off the loan about 16,61,290 crore. So I think there are few things that needs to be addressed on a priority. The fact of the matter is we are following 30 years old policy which says the credit related matters are deregulated with the banks, and it's the board of directors of particular banks that decides about how much loan to be given to a particular company or to the particular person, and the bank decides how to recover it. So we have seen several such cases and several such examples, that is about Mehul Choksi, Nirav Modi, Vijay Mallya, Videocon Group. All these people have been favored by one or the other bank, maybe private sector bank or the PSU bank, and the common man's money is given to them for free, and those industries later become a bankrupt, and now it's we people who are paying it for their mistakes. So basically, when such huge amount of loan write-off happens, the recovery percentage is low. So end of the day, we end up paying extra amount for the housing loan, for the car loan, for the education loan, for the business loan also. Because bank doesn't have their own money, what they do is they do borrow it from us in terms of fixed deposit, in terms of savings, and they give out the loans to other people, to the industrialists. And when these industrials become Diwaliya or these industrials become the bankrupt, then it is ultimately that is paid through our taxes again. So I think the banking regulation acts need to be I think the finance minister should think about it, the RBI governor should think about it, and we need a more stricter regulations. And if at all the huge amount of loan write-off happens and banks unable to recover that particular amount, then it was bank directors, the BOD should be held responsible for this. They should compensate the amount by settling off their assets. They have to settling of their savings, and the common man should not suffer in this whole process.
Now, as we saw earlier, the banking sector's loan write-offs peaked at rupees 2.4 lakh in the fiscal year 2019, while the lowest was in fiscal year 2024 at rupees 1.7 lakh crore. This was only 1% of the total outstanding bank credit of around 165 lakh crore at the time. In the past, the public sector banks accounted for a large portion of the write-offs and also reported the record profit in fiscal year 2024. According to The Wire, the public sector banks accounted for the lion's share of write-offs with rupees 12.08 lakh crore and recovered rupees 2.16 lakh crore. The urban cooperative banks contributed rupees 6,020 crore but recovered data from urban cooperative bank was not available. The private sector banks accounted for a write-off at rupees 4.46 lakh crore while managing rupees 53,248 crore. However, recovery figures remain modest across the board. The Punjab National Bank, Union Bank of India and the State Bank of India topped the write-off list among the private sector banks. Meanwhile, the HDFC Bank, Axis Bank and ICICI Bank led among the private sector banks. In November 2024, the Union Minister of State for Finance, Pankaj Chaudhary, presented a data. Now, according to this data, write-offs of financial year 2023 and 24 was rupees 1.7 lakh crore. The write-offs peaked at rupees 2.34 lakh crore in the financial year 2020. Most banks in India saw a decrease in amount of loans they wrote off in the fiscal year 2024. A significant portion, over 20% of the banks actually wrote off more loans compared to the previous year. Now, the Reserve Bank of India clarified that these increased write-offs are mainly due to technical accounting practices or necessary steps to manage credit risk. It further stated that write-off does not mean that the borrowers are no longer required to repay the written-off loans. The leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi, has spoken on the matter. He said Narendra Modi has waived off the loans of billionaires worth rupees 16 lakh crore, but has not waived off the money of farmers, laborers and students for the country. He further said, you people pay GST, you do the hard work and Adani, Ambani sell Chinese goods in India.
16 लाख करोड़ रुपए नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने अरबपतियों का कर्जा माफ किया है। किसका पैसा था वो? उनका पैसा नहीं था, आपका पैसा था। कर्जा माफ कैसे हुआ? आपके पैसे से हुआ, आपकी मेहनत से हुआ। मगर मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूं, किस किसान का कर्जा माफ करते हैं? किस मजदूर का पैसा माफ करते हैं? किस स्टूडेंट का पैसा कर्जा माफ करते हैं? तो जीएसटी आप देते हो, मेहनत आप करते हो, और चाइना का माल अदानी, अंबानी ये लोग हिंदुस्तान में बेचते हैं। चाइना के युवा को रोजगार मिलता है, अदानी को, अंबानी को फायदा होता है, और आपके बच्चों के हाथ से रोजगार छीना जाता है। और ये पूरा का पूरा सिस्टम कैसे चल रहा है? आपके जेब में से पैसा निकालकर जीएसटी का पैसा, टैक्स का पैसा, फर्टिलाइजर का पैसा, सारा का सारा आपके जेब में से निकलकर अदानी, अंबानी की जेब में जाता है। पेट्रोल का दाम बढ़ता जाता है, आप देखते रहते हो। इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में पेट्रोल का दाम नीचे जाता है, मगर हिंदुस्तान में पेट्रोल का दाम नीचे कभी नहीं जाएगा। फायदा अरबपतियों को, अदानी को, अंबानी को।
Furthermore, AAP Supremo Arvind Kejriwal also launched a scathing attack on the Saffron Party. During a rally ahead of the Delhi Assembly elections, Kejriwal said, "Today I wrote a letter to Prime Minister on a very important issue. In the letter, I told the Prime Minister that the BJP-led central government is spending from the government's treasury on the country's billionaires. In the last 5 years, the central government has waived off the loans of 400 to 500 such billionaires worth rupees 10 lakh crore. According to reports, the RBI attributed a major part of the write-off to technical prudential, or collection related reasons. Now, the recovery methods include contacting the borrower to restructure the loan terms, engaging recovery agents to collect payments, or also selling the loan to asset reconstruction companies. Now, in worst condition, legal action can be also taken, or negotiating settlements can be made. According to reports, despite these major write-offs by the Indian banks, the public sector banks reported record profits of rupees 1.41 lakh crore in the fiscal year 2024. In the first half of FY25, a profit of rupees 85,520 crore was recorded. Meanwhile, the gross NPA ratio improved to 3.12% by September 2024. The banking experts urge that the new RBI Governor Sanjay Malhotra should recommend to the government to make alterations in the law, or to make the bank officials, executives or director, or external forces who pressurize the bank. The Reserve Bank of India has also warned that the bank's gross non-performing assets, that is the GNPA ratio, could rise to 5.3% by March 2026. Now, this is due to several factors, including write-offs, asset quality and underwriting standards. Write-offs and retail loans are the factors that could contribute to a rise in the GNPA ratio. The RBI has noted a sharp increase in write-offs, particularly in the private sector. This could be a sign of worsening asset quality and dilution in underwriting standards. RBI, in response to address these risks, the RBI has tightened rules on personal loans and the credit cards, restricted non-compliant lenders, made borrowing costlier for non-banking finance companies. According to reports, RBI's Financial Stability Report in December 2024 showed the better asset quality in the banking sector. Meanwhile, in September 2024, the gross non-performing asset ratio dropped to 2.6% of total advances, the lowest level in the past 12 years. Well, that's all for this news report. Till then, keep watching HW News English and also download our app HW News Shorts for the latest news and updates.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.